So we're on to plurals now. When we want to make nouns plural, so we want to talk about having more than one of them, there's a pretty basic rule that we're going to do. It's very similar to English, so similar in fact, that it's the same. To make most nouns plural, all you have to do is add an S. So une chaise becomes des chaises. Pronunciation doesn't change. The only thing that does change is the article, and then in the spelling we add our extra S. But there's going to be some exceptions. So one of those exceptions is if the noun ends in EAU or EU, you're going to add an X. So our example, un tableau becomes des tableaux. Again, pronunciation doesn't change. All that changes is the article, and then we add our extra X at the end. Un jeu becomes des jeux. Same deal. No change in pronunciation, just a change from un to des, and then adding our X. If a noun ends in AL, you're going to replace the AL with AUX. So our example, un animal becomes des animaux. This one pronunciation gets a little different, right? We're taking the L out, and it's going to make an O sound at the end. So un animal becomes des animaux. And if a noun is an abbreviation, there's no change except the article. So un CD becomes des CD. Again, you don't even put the S on the end. You don't do anything except change un to des. And then our last one, hope this fits in the screen. If the noun has several words, you need to think about what is plural and change only that word. So this might sound kind of weird, but if you think about it in English, if we're talking about having multiple DVD players, I make the word players be plural, because that's the thing you have multiples of. We don't have multiple DVDs that we're playing on one player, but you have multiple players for the DVDs. And the same is going to be true for French. You're going to take a word like un lecteur de DVD, and you're going to change the word lecteur here, because that's the word that becomes plural. If you have multiples of them, you have multiple players. So you're going to change lecteur to lecteur with an S. Again, no change in pronunciation. And change un to des. Every single time, hopefully you noticed, you changed un or une to des, because when you make something plural, you have to change the article also, and that's going to be the article you change it to each time. If it's un or une, it becomes des. If it's le, la, or l'apostrophe, it becomes les.